Hi guys, this is gsno.com and I'm here with the unboxing of the Xiaomi Redmi 9C NFC. Probably the cheapest phone I've unboxed over the past year, or a few years even. It's priced at only, well, $100 in some region, in others it's actually $90, so it's definitely a cheap phone, which at first sight reminds me of the Pocophone F1 with its backside made of polycarbonate and a pretty interesting texture. This Redmi phone, well, it's time to see what's in the box. It's rather big and hefty. It's got a pretty generous screen of 6.53 inches in diagonal, and let's see what we're getting for the money. First of all, in this envelope we have the metal key used to access the slots, as well as the manual and warranty. Okay, that checks out. And then there's the first sign, we're getting a compromise. You can see here that we're getting a micro USB cable, micro USB to full USB. And also a charger, which is this one here and has an USB-A connector. And that's it. No headphones, nothing, and no case. Okay, so the device has fired up. I am expecting a bit of lag since it does have a mere 2 gigs of RAM, and at the same time it comes with MIUI 12 pre-installed. It's the first phone with MIUI 12 pre-installed that I'm playing with. I've previously played with handsets that had MIUI 11 installed, and then we upgraded them to MIUI 12. Okay, so let's talk about measurements first and foremost. Now the thickness is 9mm here and the weight is 196 grams. It's definitely a hefty phone. At the same time, I would say it's pretty grippy. That much I can confirm. Okay, now we move further. What you're seeing here is a 6.53 inch screen, IPS LCD with a resolution of 1600 over 720 pixels. Now this handset has a CPU which may feel familiar. It's a MediaTek Helio G35 12nm octa-core CPU, and as you can see there's a bit of lag still happening here, which to be honest I honestly expected on a 2 gig RAM phone. By the way, it also has versions with 3 gigabytes available aside from the one with 2 gigabytes. Okay, so let's try this again, maybe with Chrome, which seems to work a bit better, and I can choose my search engine, so that's nice. Okay, and let's access our good old website, gsno.com. It sure is laggy, that's what I'm noticing here. Okay, so once again, MediaTek Helio G35 12nm CPU, octa-core, 2 or 3 gigs of RAM, 32 or 64 gigabytes of storage plus microSD, and the selling point is probably the 5000 mAh battery with 10 watt charging. On the camera front, we're getting a teardrop notch here at the front, which hosts a 5-megapixel shooter for the selfies, while at the back side, aside from the fingerprint scanner, you can find a triple camera with AI. The main shooter is a 13-megapixel one with face detection autofocus. There's a macro 2-megapixel shooter and a bokeh 2-megapixel shooter coupled with an LED flash. No trace of 4K here, just Full HD filming. Honestly expected that. Audio jack at the top and, attention, micro USB here. Not USB-C, micro USB. And this is the sole speaker of the device as far as I know. Okay, now the slots are found here and you can open it up with the aforementioned and aforeshown key. And aside from that, there's a dual SIM setup, there's 4G, there's Wi-Fi dual band, there's Bluetooth 5.0, there's GPS, and also micro USB 2.0. Aside from the hue we have here, which is not the sexiest in the world, there are also, as you can see on the box, there's also a blue version and an orange version of the handset. Let's see what the weather is like in LA. And we're running here on Android 10 with MIUI 12 applied on top of it, and MIUI 12 includes a dark mode, a system-wide dark mode. It also includes this area that, well, includes shortcuts. It should have an app drawer. It should have some dynamic wallpaper, but I'm not sure the specs of the phone can actually support that. Let's turn up the brightness a bit, and it also lets you use a control center here, inspired by the one from Apple's iOS. Okay, so let's see about that. You should be able to go here and go here and use the new control center and check this out. Definitely inspired by Apple's iOS. Okay, so that's about it. My first impression is once again that I'm using a Poco phone reincarnated at only $90. There's a bit of lag, especially after firing up the phone, and I'm not sure why the pre-installed web browser doesn't exactly seem to respond to my commands, but I'll get through it as the days pass and I try to figure out how to actually make this into a functional day-to-day phone. Redmi 9C NFC, only $90. We'll be back with a full review very soon. Bye bye.